Hey guys, Bitcoin Owen here. Bitcoin is as solid an investment this year as it was last year, if not even more, a more solid investment. Every year adds to Bitcoin. Every year that passes adds to Bitcoin and improves Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is constantly improving basically, and it has a head start on all the other altcoins, and that's why these altcoins you should not be buying basically. Bitcoin is the only one to buy because Bitcoin was around when the altcoins were not around basically in 09, 10, 11. We had Litecoin in 2011, Ethereum in 2014, and Ethereum is still at the same price as it was 5 years ago, about $3,000 per coin. And Bitcoin has advanced massively in 5 years basically. So if you chart the altcoins basically in and price them in Bitcoin, produce a chart there. You can Google it actually. Google chart of Ethereum versus Bitcoin. Basically, you'll see that the Ethereum price is steadily going down basically when it's priced in Bitcoin since it was launched. Go back to 2017 or 2016 as far as the chart will take you, and you'll see that Bitcoin is steadily declining and losing the battle that it took upon itself to fight with Bitcoin. There is still no coverage of Bitcoin basically in the Irish news. There are no reports whatsoever of Bitcoin. They reported when it hit an all-time high, and that was it. And there was a report in the Sunday Business Post 2 weeks ago that I covered in one of my shorts there that I recorded. You can go back and view. That's only 3 minutes. But most people, when they look at investing, basically the first thing is to not lose money basically. And with Bitcoin you need to take a long-term view. Bitcoin is not a short-term view. It's not a short-term thing. Bitcoin is a long-term thing, and you need to take a long-term view on Bitcoin. That means you don't expect it could go down for the first year or two, even up to 4 years. You could be nursing losses basically. So you need an investment horizon of at least 4 years when investing in Bitcoin. The stock market, the future of the stock market is uncertain basically, because if you look at the PE of the S&P 500, the forward PE is 24 basically, which signals that it's overvalued. And we could be in for a decade of subpar returns for the stock markets globally, because they're all overpriced. If the S&P is overpriced, all the rest of them are overpriced. And I would not be what you want to do is capitalize on the debasement trade, because that's the biggest trend in investing at the moment is the debasement trade basically, and the fact that there are massive amounts of money creation going on basically right around the world. Global M2 hit a new all-time high there during the week as well. It was reported on Monday or Tuesday. Global M2 money supply, which is the total amount of money in the world basically, it's constantly increasing, and there are some assets that benefit from this and some assets that don't benefit from this, and you don't want to be holding your money on deposit anyway. That's the last place you'd want to put your money. The only place really for money is gold, silver and Bitcoin basically, and I would say Bitcoin is the best of all. If you want to take on a little bit of risk, then Bitcoin, if you can stomach a little bit of risk, then Bitcoin is the way to go. The only uncertainty around Bitcoin is the quantum computing uncertainty. They're not sure what's going to happen to Bitcoin basically, because it's not quantum ready basically. A quantum computer could hack Bitcoin and hack your Bitcoin basically if it was stored in a pay to public key or a pay to taproot address. There are 7 or 8 different address types in Bitcoin, and those 2 are vulnerable to a quantum attack basically from a quantum computer. So that's it anyway guys. I would say Bitcoin, gold and silver in that order basically for the time being. And that's the story for now anyway. I'll talk to you tomorrow.